A new token for a new era of DeFi. Today we're talking about iBNB, an awesome new project we discovered. I'll talk with you guys today. As always, do your own research and figure out if this project is for you. iBNB is the first dynamic DeFi token, so we'll talk about what that means today, and we'll talk about their network that's constantly growing. Definitely interesting project. We'll go over roadmap, things going on right now, things coming up in the near future, and how you guys can be involved in this project. So let's go. So here on the website at iBNB.finance, I'll put the link in the description for you guys to explore on your own, but it's an ecosystem built to revolutionize decentralized finance. Their dynamic transaction protocol dynamically manages the magnitudes of transaction fees in accordance to the health of liquidity. Advanced dividend pools provide sustainable daily dividends collectible from the dashboard. So we'll check out the dashboard, show you guys how that looks like. And then obviously we'll talk about all the partnerships that they have in their NBNB network. So that's external and internal projects that are going on. So we'll talk about that. And I'll teach you guys how you guys can be involved in this process, and also show you guys the white paper. And then we'll definitely check out the socials to see the latest updates. So like I mentioned, DTP is a revolutionary new mechanic that adjusts its transaction fees to sustain and rejuvenate supply pools. Obviously, I've talked a lot in the past about projects that when they don't have sustainable supply pools, obviously that's ends up being a huge issue. So this feature refills the liquidity pool when needed and fully prioritize the dividends pool when liquidity is healthy. I think it's a great idea. Dividend contributions is a fundamental system designed for large claims and transactions to contribute back to the community in an exclusive manner to ensure that every investor gets a fair share of dividends. I think that's very good, especially for you guys who are thinking about investing in this project. So making sure that you are getting your fair share. And then anti-dump mechanism, again, they just want to make sure that this project doesn't have tons of volatility, and so they're limiting that, which I think is great. First token to introduce scaling 24-hour transaction brackets for large sellers. Dividend stability, they have advanced dividend pools, which is cool. And then they obviously have a burn mechanic. 0.1% of every transaction will be redirected as additional slow burn, an additional deflationary aspect to iBNB. And then community driven, they just want to let you guys know that they're want to make sure that you guys are the focus of this project, and everything that you guys want and your feedback, they really take into account and make sure that they're making a project for you guys. So let's take a look at the roadmap. Again, very early project, but they think they've accomplished a lot. So iBNB Finance project is born. So team shift from previous project to work on this new idea. Team working on the backend development, marketing. They've been working on writing the white paper, so it's ready for Q3. And then Q3 was really like their big push. So iBNB website, contract finished, audit done, website completed, pre-sale contract live, team docs. Again, we always want to make sure that we know who's behind the project so we feel safe and secure. Market campaign, global marketing, and then CoinGecko, CoinMarketCap applications are submitted. We'll check up on the status of those in a second. And then Q4, which is now, partnership with IBM purchase with Visa MasterCard, Bitmart listing, XT listing, LBank listing, more partnerships, more collaborations. And then this is looking into kind of like a sneak peek into next year of what they're working on. NBNB token purchase from iBNB Finance, iBNB exchange listing, partnerships, so more exchange listings, more partnerships, more exchange listing, and then NBNB standard. So essentially just want to keep pushing on more partnerships and projects. We'll talk about what that means. More exchange listings, and then they want to have a cross-chain capability, and then the pipeline where, again, they just want to just keep pushing on these partnership and exchange listings. You guys want to learn about their team, you could actually check this out. They have links. Some of them have links to LinkedIn profiles like the CEO and COO, so you can see their background. But as you expect with this great project, lots of experience in crypto, blockchain, development, marketing, business. So you feel very confident in everything that they're doing. So let's check this out and see how this all looks. So here on their white paper, I'll put a link in the description so you could check this out, but I wanted to touch on a couple things. So they talk about like their purpose and the real opportunity here for investors. They talk about how they're the first dynamic DeFi token, and then obviously some of the features they have on here. They obviously talk about their iBNB network. Is a network of partnerships and internal projects. It provides our community investors with safe investments and opportunities, provides support to unique and promising projects seeking an audience, and most importantly, accompany them to road success. So kind of like a launch pad, they want to make sure that they're helping them along the way. I do think, they know how to have launch a successful project. So sharing that information and these projects, they want to, who need guidance, that don't have the direction, maybe they don't have the resources, they could work with, on this iBNB network to really grow and reach their potential. And then they talk about like why would a project want to join the network. Take a look at that. And then what is the benefit for you guys, the ones who are the investors? So, there's a lot of benefits and a lot of rewards just from the standard tokenomics. But they said to provide increasingly rewarding daily collectible dividends, we must provide the dividend pool with additional amount of externally generated cash flows. Every project partnership that enters the iBNB network is required to provide transactions fee that flow into iBNB dividend pool as iBNB essentially supports partnerships and projects on the road to success. So the idea is that initially there'll be some dividends, but as there's more, and that's why when we looked at the roadmap, they're constantly going to keep working, getting more partners, more people on board, and then the more there is, the more cash flow there's going to be, and transaction fees are going to be. So this is beneficial from both the partners that are on the network and the investors, because the partners are getting the support they need, and the investors, since all those transaction fees are going, it's giving them more and more value. So I think the utility is definitely building as more and more get onboarded. They talk about iBNB Grand is upgraded to the contract until it's iBNB. The new iBNB Grand contract is the upgrade of iBNB contract. So they're just saying that they're constantly tweaking this and want to make it as the best possible contract. They talk about some of the things here if you guys want to learn more. So they talk about iBNB Bank, which is the first decentralized bank in DeFi. So you can learn more about that, which I think is good. And then you can look into all of this, all this information. I think that there's a lot in here. Again, they said if you're a new investor, you may purchase in the public sale. Details will be released soon. We'll check that out. And then again, they give a good overview on how this all works. Obviously, there's iBNB, but how does it work in conjunction with iBNB Bank? And then obviously the network, which I think is good. So they have the iBNB Grand Dashboard, where you could look at the chart. You could actually buy and sell here. And so all this information right into one look, which I think is great. You don't have to manage different tabs and figure out how to buy. I think it's cool. And then obviously the trading aspect of it. Again, it makes it easy, and they also have a quick buy functionality. So again, trying to make your life easier, trying to make it so that you're able to do everything you need to do all in one view. And they also have grand cost averaging. So they give examples of that. If you guys are familiar with dollar cost averaging, it's kind of a play on that. And then obviously talk about dividend collection and things like that to see how much you've gotten. So it's cool. And then they show you could claim it, etc. So yeah, so definitely check that out. Again, I think it's awesome. Again, obviously a big portion of this is the partnerships, and they're going to do a lot more announcements in the future of who they're working with and what you guys will be able to invest in as well. So if you guys want to learn more about this project, check them out on Twitter at twitter.com/iBNB-finance. They have information on there. They have an old contract address, so make sure you're buying the new contract address. That's going to launch soon, so definitely check that out. They have some information on their ongoing migration process, but definitely check it out. And again, they even tell you here that you can connect your wallet to reward.iBNB.finance to check your rewards. But again, definitely check this out. Again, they have a bunch of important announcements, things going on. Again, I do think it's great how they're going to work with a lot of partners and launch, give a lot of opportunity there. And again, as more and more partners on board on this platform, the utility keeps growing. So definitely check it out. So if you guys are interested in this project, unfortunately their pre-sale is over. So sorry for not getting to you guys information about this sooner, but it was a successful pre-sale. So definitely check it out. But I'll keep you guys updated on when the public sale is coming along. And again, just follow on Twitter and Telegram for latest information. But that's iBNB finance. Let me know what you guys think about this project in the comments. I'll keep you guys updated on this, and make sure that you're doing your own research. But I do think it's an awesome project with a lot of great features. So I'll talk to you guys next time.